Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 2, week 7 of our journey together. Yes, day number 2, week 7 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. It's currently 6 o'clock, so that means it's class time. What I want to do is I want to start off with a review. The reason why I want to start off with a review is because a lot of you missed yesterday. Yesterday, we did have class, even though it was holiday. Our class was not on a holiday break. We had class for 3 hours here. And so I want to review what we did yesterday to benefit those who did not come to class on yesterday. So yesterday we started on the new theme of mensuration. We looked at the perimeter of shapes. And so as you know, or may not know, mensuration deals with the ideas of area, perimeter, volume, all of those things. So the first part of our mensuration series is definitely perimeter. And we looked at the perimeter and we said that the perimeter is what by definition? Can anyone remember what we said that the perimeter is by definition? What is the perimeter? What do we say that the perimeter is?
It's the
Anyone?
distance and shape.
Is the distance in the shape?
I think-
What?
I mean, it's the distance around the shape.
It's
Sorry.
the distance around the shape. Very good. And so how do we find the perimeter? We have to do what?
Add up all the numbers.
Add up all of the numbers, okay? So the perimeter is the distance around the shape, and we find the perimeter by adding up the sides of a shape, all right? And so for this shape right here, we found the perimeter by adding what? 4, then 3, then 5, then 6, then 5, and that gave us what? 23. And for this one, we found the perimeter by adding 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and that gave us 17. So that's how we were able to find the perimeter of that second shape. Notice that this one is inches. And so since it was inches, we put inches here. By the way, you do not have to write this yet. Don't write this down. We read this was yesterday. I'm just reviewing. I'll tell you when to write. And then for this one, we have 4 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, 4 feet, 2 feet, and 6 feet. And we were able to find the perimeter of that shape just by adding all of those side lengths together. And we were able to get 20 feet. Notice that we respect the units that we are in. They are linear measurements like centimeters, meters, inches, yards, and feet, all right? So that's what we did yesterday. And then we had like a whole exercise geared to the perimeter of an object. We look at the perimeter of 5-sided shapes and the like, all right? So we did various variations of this, all right? And so basically the idea is adding up all the sides. So perimeter is the distance around the shape. So in order for you to find the perimeter, you have to add up all of the sides of the shape. That's how you find the perimeter. And always make sure I put your units. Then we went on to finding the perimeter using a grid. And this one is, you got to pay attention for this one because with this one, you actually have to count the units. So for example, with this T, the way that we were able to find the perimeter of this T was that we had to count each block. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. And so the answer was 26 units. That's how we were able to find the
Mr. Patel.
perimeter of that shape. Yes, ma'am?
Mr. Patel, you see where you are 4 and 5 in the sharing the same block?
Okay, so that's the thing. When we do it,
Because that's what caused me. Didn't get that.
when you do it, you look at this block right there is separate
Yeah.
from this block. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference right there. Okay. So just be careful. 4 is this one, 5 is that
okay.
one. Yeah. Okay. So they're not the same.
Thank you.
That's
Yes,
fine.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Then the next thing that we went on to, we looked at the perimeter of this shape. And when we add it all up, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We end up getting 16 units. All right. And then we look at the the perimeter of different shapes like that I, that U, and that S. All right, and that's what we did yesterday for math. So if you missed this, you have to, good afternoon. So if you missed this, you need to look at the recording. Go back at the recording. I sent every one of you the recording and also the notes for this. So if you missed it on yesterday, make sure go over them and send the notes. But today we are still on perimeter, but we are going to be looking
Mr.
at,
Patel, sorry for that. You can send it to my WhatsApp.
I did.
Areas.
I sent it to everybody.
You can send it to my WhatsApp, please.
Yeah, I sent it to everyone. Let me
Thanks.
check. Let me check. Everyone should have gotten that.
Please, thank you.
You didn't get it? Wow. Okay, let me send it to you. All right, so she on. All right, so all right, good. Okay, you should have it now, she on. All right, so
Thank you.
all right, perfect. So let's move on for today's objective. Say object. Today we're gonna be looking at, we're still gonna be looking at perimeter, but we're gonna be putting a little twist to it. And we will be looking at what happens when we are missing a side. Now I already hear thunder, so I hope that PPL grace us with favor this evening so that we can be able to finish it. All right, so today is Tuesday, so head up now for me, please. Please head up. Now you can begin writing. I'm gonna hold you accountable to these notes, so make sure you have them in your book. This is Tuesday, the 10th of October. Where's Eltronique? Are you there, Eltronique?
Pardon?
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please finish functions for me, please.
I finishing it right.
Okay. So the subject is mathematics and the topic, well, the theme is area, but this is what happens when we want to find the area. So find the side length or find the missing side length, okay? Perimeter questions. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So we're still under the same theme of perimeter, but we're going to be trying to find the missing side length when it comes to our shapes. So again, we said that the perimeter is the distance around the object, the total distance around the object. Now, what if I don't have all the sides? And so that could happen. So if I don't have all the sides, but they ask me for the perimeter, all right? So how would I be able to do that? Well, the first thing that you need to do, you need to find that missing side. That's the first thing. Once you find that missing side, then you can be able to find the perimeter. You cannot find the perimeter if you don't know the size of that missing side, all right? So we're gonna look at a question that involves that particular dilemma. So, good. So construct this shape for me, please. Let me see if we could make up a shape, something. Oh, yeah, let's use, let me use this. So let's say we have, please use a ruler. Oh my, it's very important that you use a ruler when you're constructing these shapes. So let's say we have something like, oh wow.
Mr. Patel, my current just dipped.
Mine's as well.
Mine's too.
Yeah, mine's too. All right, it came back on. Oh no, it just dipped. It didn't like turn off. All right, are we here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, good. So like I say, hopefully we can do as much as we can, as much as the weather permits. All right. All right, so make sure you use a ruler when you're constructing this. Again, use a ruler when you're constructing this image. All right, so we have something looking like that, and let's say that we have it such that we go down and we go on the side. Okay. Let's say that we go down here like so. Again, like I say, use a ruler to construct this for me. Okay, good. All right, perfect. So all right, so you might be experiencing some internet issues, obviously, since you have a thunderstorm outside, so that's not helping. But we're gonna try our best to see what all we can do with what we have. All right. Okay, so draw that for me, please. Zaria, did you finish paper 1?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna send you paper 2.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Good. Why? Do the same thing as you did for paper 1. All right.
Can you repeat that?
Do the same thing that you did for paper 1. So let's say that this one is, hey Lanaya.
So my internet went down. So I just went back up. So I should be joined in a couple minutes.
Why would your internet go down?
The weather,
You-
the light went off and then it came right back on. So
You need a stronger internet system. Tell him me get a satellite. Yeah, tell her get a satellite. Okay.
yes, sir.
All right. See you soon.
Sir.
All right.
Bye.
All right. So this is 4 centimeters. Let's say that this is also 5 centimeters. No, let me not use the same number so you wouldn't get confused. This is not drawn the scale, by the way, but let's assume that this is say that this is 7 centimeters. And let's say that this side, we're gonna call the side X. Okay. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So the question would read, so we have 6 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 7 centimeters. Oh, I need to fill in one more slot. And let's say that we have for the bottom part, let's say that this one is 3 centimeters. And so the question says that the first part of the question says, find the length of so find the length of the missing side X. Let's call that question I. So find the length of the missing side X. If you think that you already know what X is going to be, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. If you think that you know what X is going to be, put your answer inside the chat. Hopefully it's right. So the first question say find the length of the missing side X. If you think that you know it's gonna be, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. What is the length of the missing side X? Again, put your answer inside the chat for me, please, if you think you know what's the answer is gonna be. Find the length of the missing side, label X. Hello? She's in. No problem. All right, so find the length of the missing side X. All right, so let's see what y'all have in the chat. Some people say 4, some people say 11, some people say 6, some people say 16. Interesting numbers. Find the length of the side X. I want everyone to answer in the chat for me, please. Find the length of the side, label X. What do you think it's gonna be? Kmar says 11, Rashid says 6. Kaden says 5. Kaden, how you get 5? That's Kaden Miller.
I get 5 because that's the first
5.
number pop up in my head.
Oh my, come on. Kaden, man. I thought you was top notch, man. What's happening? 1 week you miss class and you falling off? How does that happen? Onisia says 12. Okay, so y'all, the numbers are varied. A lot of missing, a lot of different numbers. Tyra, where's Tyra? What you have? Oh, she's not here at the moment. Okay. Okay, so 25. Okay, interesting. So find the length of the missing side X. What y'all think it is? Tell me verbally what you think it is.
11.
11,
I
5.
think it's 25.
You think it's
11.
25, 11. Okay.
16.
Think it's 16.
Hey.
Okay. Yes, Kevin.
5 centimeters.
Kevin, what you think it is? Kevin, what you think it is? That's Kevin. So we have different answers, but it's very easy. Let me show you how we do it. So the idea is the following. So pay very close attention. I'll be highlighting these things. So remember, we're trying to find the length of which side? This side, right? Side X. Let me use a different color, maybe like a yellow. So we're trying to find the length of side X. So let me use a yellow so you can see. This is the length of side X right now. All of this whole long thing. All right. That's the length that we're trying to find. I'll understand that. All right. What do we know though? We know that from this point to this point, it's going to be what? From let me use a different color. Let's say use black. And let me use like a pen. So from this point all the way up to this point, how much centimeters is that?
7.
How much it is? It is what?
4.
It is what?
4 centimeters.
No,
4.
7 centimeters. Yes.
Oh, you meant
Why?
from the bottom.
Because how do we know it's 7 centimeters? Because if this side is 7, then what does that mean? That means that this side is also what?
7.
7 as well. Okay, y'all see that? Okay, good. Now, what is going to be from this side to this side? How much is that going to be?
4.
How much is that going to be? 4. Very good.
4.
So it's going to be 4. So from that side, it's going to be 4 centimeters. So if that's the case, what is going to be X? Anyone want to change the answer before I tell you? What's going to be X?
11.
5
11.
centimeters.
5?
What about the 5? What about the 5? Mr. Badid, what about the 5 would you put down to the bottom there?
The 5 don't count.
11.
The 5
Uh-huh.
The 5 is
That's
for,
a whole different line.
the 5 is across. We ain't worrying about that. We worrying about the vertical ones. Okay.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
So-
saying. Okay.
So from
I
here
see
to
why.
here, So from here to here, okay,
Is
is
okay.
7, okay?
Mhm.
That's 7. And then from here to here is what? Is 4.
It's 4.
So what's gonna be X? X is gonna be what?
11.
11
11?
11.
11. How
Yeah.
y'all get 11?
with the
Because you
audit.
add. You
You have to
add
add it.
Add what?
7 and
7 and
4.
4.
Very good. So the answer is gonna be 7 centimeters. Okay. 7 centimeters plus what? 4 centimeters.
4.
And that's gonna be equal to, and
11.
that's equal to 11 centimeters, okay? How many persons had this from the beginning?
I had
Did-
no.
Not me. I wasn't thinking.
Kai, you say you had that?
I got it.
All right, Kevin. Very good. So it's 11 centimeters, all right? 11 centimeters.
I was the first person to write it.
Okay. All right, Kai. So do we understand how we got 11 centimeters? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Janelle, explain how we got 11.
Because you add the 7 and the 4, which is 11.
Very good. 7 centimeters and 4 centimeters is going to be 11. That's how we get 11 right there. All right. So let's do another one. So for this one, please draw this in your book. Make sure I draw this in your book. Use a ruler and pencil to be able to draw it. And make sure if you're not speaking, please use a mic. Mute your mic. Danae Smith. Where's Danae Smith? Hello, Danae. Are you there? Is Danae Smith there? Oh, your mic is very low. Like, so I could barely hear you. And how about your sister, Dana Smith? Where she is? Dana, can you answer for me, please? Hello, Dana, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're much clearer than your sister. Y'all using 2 different devices, eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So y'all understand how we got 7? I mean 11?
Yes.
Okay. So the
No,
next
sir.
question is,
How do you get 11?
how did I get 11? Oh, I got 11 because I trying to find X, right?
Yes, sir.
So X is going to be this whole length, the yellow line. Okay. I know that this side is 4, I know this side is 7 centimeters, right? And I also know that this side is 4 centimeters. So that side is also going to be 4 centimeters. So in order
Yes,
to
sir.
get X, I must add 7 plus 4. All right.
Yes, sir.
So good. So the next question says that, okay, so we know to find the length of missing side. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. So let's say we have, then we have this. And let's say we have, there we have that. And let me bring this over some more. Down and over. All right, so let's do another one. So let's say we have, let's call this one. Let's call this X. Does it always have to be X? Or can we use another letter?
Yes, sir, you can.
So let me use P instead, because sometimes they use P. And so I say that's P. Let's say that this is, 9 inches. Let's say that this is 5 inches. Let's say that this is 6 inches. That's kind of longer than that, so let's call that 10. Let's say that this is 10 inches. Let's say that this is 4 inches. Let's say that this one is 12 inches. So inside the chart, tell me what is going to be the value of the missing side P. Inside the chart, tell me what's going to be the value of the missing side P. Inside the chart for me, please tell me what's going to be the value of the missing side P. Again, tell me what's the value of the missing side P. Let me move this. So find the value of the missing side P. Put your answer inside the chart for me, please. Find the value of the missing side P. All right, let me see what y'all have. Again, find the value of the missing side P. Yes, Kevin?
Good afternoon, Mr. Petit.
Good afternoon.
We was in the classroom, but then we get kicked out in the passcode in.
The password ain't doing.
It ain't doing at all.
Let me send you the link again. What y'all using? What device are you using?
This laptop.
Hmm.
Let me try this. Let me try it.
Maybe you have to use a different device. I don't know what's happening. Sometimes that's free code. Do you have like a phone?
Pardon me, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Use your phone.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead, Onicia. All right, so let's see what y'all have inside the chat. What y'all say? Most persons put 19. Why would y'all put 19? Why y'all have 19?
Because
Because you have to add the 10.
interest
what?
equal
Why we have 19?
Because you have the odd. Well, I have to explain it
You have
fully.
to add the 10 and the 9.
You adding the 10 and the 9? Okay, interesting.
And you plus it together.
And you add them? Okay, interesting. Anyone else? Why you get 19?
add them together. 10 and 9.
What are we adding?
10 and 9.
10 and 9? Okay, let me show you how to do it.
10 and 9.
10 and 9? Okay. So the idea here is you have to be careful. The idea here is that this side is what? All of this is what?
9.
All of this
9.
is what? P. Very good. All of that is P. Okay. That's the missing side. Okay. Now we know that from basically from here to down below is how much? How much inches? from
10 inches.
up to here?
10.
That's gonna be what? 10 inches. Very good. How do we know it's 10 inches? How do we know it's 10 inches?
Because the opposite side have 10 inches.
Very good, because the opposite side has 10 inches. Next, we also have this side, right?
9 inches.
And how long is that?
9.
9 inches. Very good. How do we know it's 9 inches? Because what? The opposite side is also 9 inches. So in order to get the length of the missing side P, we have to do what? We have to add what? 10 inches,
10 inches plus 9 inches.
And 9.
10 inches plus 9 inches.
You go 19 inch.
And I'm gonna give us what? 19 inches.
19 inches.
How many persons had 19? Let me hear you. You
I
had
have
19.
Me.
Me.
Me, I had 19.
Very good. 19 inches is correct.
Pardon me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to interrupt, but I don't do health science, so can you
Malik,
when we move on to
Malik. We are in maths, man. Come on. Come on, we in math. We in math. You ask a question later. I don't know how you so like umpteen years forward. We in math. All right, so this is 10 plus 9, give us 19. Okay, the follow-up question is determine, and I want you all to do this in your, put the answer inside the chat, determine the perimeter of the shape. So put your answer inside the chat, please. You already know what the length of that missing side. So what is the perimeter of the shape? And put your answer inside the chat for me, please, once you get it. So you know the length of the missing side is 19. So with that being said, find the perimeter of the shape. And once you found the perimeter of the shape, please put your answer inside the chat, please. Once you found the perimeter of the shape, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Again, once you find the perimeter, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. All right, so let's look at it. Perimeter of the shape. Most persons put, let me see what y'all have. 59, 40, 64, 68, 59, 40, 59, 59, 59, 47, 59. Why are these answers so different? There's only one way to find the perimeter. All right, how are we gonna find the perimeter? What are we gonna do in order to find the perimeter? We need to do what?
They didn't get up.
Adding.
We need to add up what?
Drop the
We had to add up all the sides, okay? So the perimeter, let's start with 10. It's gonna be what? 10 inches plus what? Plus 5 inches plus what?
Plus 9.
Plus 9 inches plus what? 12 inches plus what?
19.
19 inches
Plus 19.
plus what? Plus
4.
4 inches. And so if we add 10 plus 5 plus 9 plus 12 plus 19 plus 4, we get 59 inches. How many percent of
Why you put
59?
19?
Because 19 is a part of it. Is it 19, P?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that's a very good question. 19 is a part of the perimeter, because remember, we found what P was. P is 19. Okay. So you have to add 19 up as a part of your perimeter. All right. So the perimeter for that one is going to be 19. So that's going to be equal to the perimeter, the total perimeter is not 19, it's 59. All right. How many persons got 59?
I did.
I got
I-
59.
Very
go
good.
for free.
Very
I
good.
got 59.
Okay, now do me a favor. Find the perimeter of the first one that we did. What is the perimeter of the first one? P is equal to what? Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. What is the perimeter of the first one? All right. You already know that the perimeter of this one is 59 because we add them all up together. So we add 4 plus 10 plus 5 plus 9 plus 12 plus 19 plus 4. And that's how we get the perimeter of this shape. But how are we going to get the perimeter of this shape? What is this one? Put your answer inside the chat, please. The perimeter of the first one that we did.
Wait, this is 11. 11.
Make sure that you
17, 17, 18, and 24.
Kaden, your mic is not muted. We can hear you.
My bad.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Mr. Petit. So answer.
Now,
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I was saying, how did y'all get 36?
We add 6, 4, 5,
Uh-huh.
7, 3, and 11.
6 plus 4 plus 5 centimeters plus what else? Plus 7. What else did y'all add?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Very good.
Plus 11.
Plus
And
3.
11.
Plus 3 centimeters. Where did 11 come from? Yeah, where did 11 come from?
From when you add the 7 and the 4.
Say it again. Where does 11 come from?
From when you add the 7 and the 4.
Very good. Right from x. So x is what? 11, remember? So x equals to 11. So this is actually 11. So that's going to be 11 centimeters. And so when we add them all up, we get what? Put this apart. When we add them all up, let's see, we have 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 11. I got 36. Anyone else got 36?
Yes,
I
sir.
36 centimeters.
Me.
All right,
Me.
it's not 37, Kaden. All right, Kaden. Where's Kaden? All right, Kaden Miller. All right. Okay, anyone else got 36? Let me know. Besides those other persons. All right, I did, Janelle. Okay. Any questions on this Onicia? Any questions?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Okay. Yes,
Mr.
Shekinah. Yes, Shekinah.
The current did go off, so I wasn't in class for a while, so I didn't get to know how to do this.
Okay, so you asked me to explain it again, so let me explain it again for you. So what's her name? Shekinah? Yes,
Yes, sir.
Look at it carefully. It says find the length of the missing side P. So P is right here, right? That's the yellow side. You can see that?
Yes, sir.
We don't know the size of P, but we'll have to figure it out. How do we do that? We know that this side is 10. So if this side is 10, that means that this side is also going to be what?
10.
10, good. And we know that this side is 9. So if this side is 9, this side must also be what?
9.
9. And when you add 10 plus 9, you get what?
20. 19.
19. So that's the length of side P. Now they ask us to find the perimeter. The perimeter is the sum of all of the sides of the shape. So it's going to be 4 plus 10 plus 5 plus 9 plus 12 plus 19. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. Can we move on to the grade exercise now? Are y'all good? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, good. So let's
Excuse me, Mr. T.
go ahead. Go ahead, Justin. I mean Joseph.
I can't screenshot the last one.
You're asking me?
Yes, sir.
We will ask properly then.
May I screenshot the last work, please?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Oh, all right. Graded exercise number. Graded exercise number 1. So just be very careful with these shapes. Make sure to draw them as best as you can.
Sorry, Mr. Petit. My Wi-Fi just shut up. I can send a note right now.
Okay, sure, no problem. So in each case, you want to find the length of the missing side and then find the perimeter. So in each case, find the length of the missing side. And also the perimeter of the entire shape. All right, so let's begin. Let me let's use a proper line. Okay, so let's say that this is 5 centimeters. Let's say that this is 5 centimeters. Let's say that this is Q. Let's say that this is 3 centimeters. This is 3 centimeters. This is 4 centimeters. And let's say that each side is 1 centimeter. So let me put this on this next side. number 1. Number 2.
Mr. Petit, that's 1 centimeter or 11?
1. 1 on either side. So for that one, I would like for you to find what Q is. And then once you find them, it's inside Q. I need you to tell me what is the perimeter of the entire shape.
That supposed to be 1 cm on the 3.
Yeah. All right, number 2. So use a straight edge or a ruler to draw these diagrams.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. Go ahead. You have a question? You have a question, Chai? Hello? Hello, Chai? Hello, Chai? Chai, you have a question?
Mr. Petit, excuse me.
Hello. Oh,
Oh,
can you let me know?
Yes, sir.
Can you let me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so
Chai, you have a question? You have a question? You got a question?
Did I miss any notes because the current just went out.
Yeah, you missed notes.
Yeah, it said to be please.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, is that supposed to be 6?
Yes. That for you. Jeremy, I will give you the notes once we are done with marks. Okay, I'll give you the notes that you missed.
This is just regular perimeter.
Yes, it's perimeter.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
is that an X?
That is an X.
Okay. I mean, yes.
All right, so all right, we can call this 3 yards. Let's not use yard, let's use feet. Something more common. So this is 3 feet. That is 4 feet. Then this is 6 feet. Five feet. Then this is 2 feet. Four feet. Number 3, by the way. And let's say that this is
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
6 feet, yes.
I didn't believe I was here for the first part of the class to get the rest of them notes. How to find
That's
the
Jeremiah.
yes, sir.
Okay, we'll go over it so you'll be able to know exactly how to do it.
Okay.
Pardon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's call this. Let's call this. Call the side, the bottom side. Let's call that. Call that Y. So for this one, our job is to determine if the missing side Y and it's all and also the perimeter of it. So we only have 3 of these. Okay. So once you find this, the length of the missing side, that's the first thing you do. Once you find that, then you can determine the missing side. Chardonnay, what number you on? Chardonnay, I can't hear you. Your mic is not working. Still can't hear you. Stacy?
On number 2.
You're number 2 what? Or you just drawing the image? Chardonnay, you're number 2 what? I or double I?
I right now.
Okay. Stacy Pinder, what number you on?
Good night, Mr. Petit. You saw my message? Because I just came back because my power went out. So,
okay.
but I'm writing down the questions.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. China, what number you on?
Number 3, I.
Number 3, I, okay. Dana Smith, what number you on? Or Dana Smith? Dana Smith, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. What number you on?
Number 3.
Do you understand how to answer them?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Janelle, what number are you on? Janelle Scavala, what number are you on? That's Janelle. Anna from Janelle. So, Kaden, what number are you on?
I finishing up on number 3.
Kaden Miller, sorry.
I finishing up on number 3.
Okay, and George? Kaden George. Kaden George, you're not answering. What happened? I don't know if you can hear me.
Mr. Petit, you're on number 3 right now, Mr. Deep.
Okay. And Michael Woodstack, what number are you on?
3, and I just drawn the shape.
Okay. Namaya, what number are you on?
On number 2, I.
Okay, do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Nevaeh Wallace, what number you on? Your mic still is not working. Can you type it inside the chat, please? What number you on? Number 2, okay. Samaya, what number you on? Samaya, what number you on? Where's Samaya? Samaya King? I can't hear you, Samaya. You have to type inside the chat because I cannot hear you. Tanaj, what number you on?
I'm on 3.
3, good. 3I or double I? Tanaz, 3I or double I?
3I.
Okay, Tyra, you finish?
No, sir, I'm not.
What number you on?
I'm doing the first one, but I already answered the second one.
Okay. Eltronic, any questions for me? Eltronic,
Yes, sir.
any questions for me?
Can you repeat that?
Do you have any questions for me?
I mark like I like I think 2 or 3 things that I want to know. Explain here after class.
Okay, so don't leave immediately.
Can you repeat that?
Do not leave immediately.
Yes, sir. I know.
Okay. Lanaya,
Yes,
Pardon me?
what you want? Lanaya,
I'm on
you want what?
2019.
Okay, are you
2019.
getting them right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Say that confidently, that you understand probability.
I didn't say all that.
And go ahead, China.
Can I use the question, please?
Yes, you can. Korai, what number you want?
I already sent you the breakfast.
You already send your work?
So
Korai,
that's
you're doing the same thing over and over. Why don't you write down the questions? Why don't you write down the instructions? Korai, write down the instructions, please, as well as the questions. You need to put that. You can't just put the number and the answers. And I keep on telling you this over and over again. Stop doing that. Do you hear me, Korai? Hello. Stop it. Write down the questions and answers. Come on, man. You know better than that. Write down the questions and answers. Everybody know that. Come on, you can't just give me the picture and then put some work in. You have to write down the question and answers. What are you working? Come on, man. And every class you do the same thing. I'm trying to figure out why you can't just write Why you can't just write down the questions and answers? How, like, why is that so difficult?
So,
Hello?
No?
Someone have a question? All right, once you have
Excuse me, sir.
all right, once you have completed your work, you have to take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. For Danae and Dana Smith, and also your sister. What's your sister name is again?
Danae.
Danae. Where is she? Or y'all just using one device?
Yes, sir, because mine's died.
Okay. So you can need to send the photos to my number. Do you know my number?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna put inside the chat. So did your mommy leave a phone or are you using your phone?
Oh, no, we found the number in our phone.
Okay, so take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Not only of the graded exercise, but also of the notes. Do you all understand
Yes.
that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Excuse me, sir.
go ahead.
Could you send me the notes? I got kicked out of class because my current went off.
Yes, I'll send you the notes after this. I don't want to move the screen because persons are still writing this. Adrian,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
I'm on number 3, number 1.
Number 3I, okay. Hello, good night. Egypt.
Yes, sir.
Where's Onicia? Onicia, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's the rest of your work?
I did number 3 and I did number 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but I need you to send in the first slide, not just the graded exercise.
Yes, sir.
Good. The rest of you, I need to see your work, please. Again, the rest of you, I need to see your work. Kevin, what number you on?
Finish, sir.
You finish? All right, how many persons are finished?
sir.
Let me know. Persons are finished. Only one person? How many persons are finished?
Olivia.
I'm finished.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and answer these. So for number 1, what is the missing side that we have to find? What letter is that?
Q.
Q, very good. Now, how are we gonna find Q? We
By
need to
adding the
add
2, 3.
by adding what?
3 and 3.
We add 3 and 3, that's it?
And 4.
And
Yes,
4.
sir.
And 4, you have to add 4 as well. So it's
Yes, Mr. Petit, I got it.
so 3, okay, along with 4, along with 3, okay, because that's the entire thing, the whole thing. All right, you do not add the ones because the ones are not a part of it. So it's going to be equal to 3 centimeters plus what? 3 centimeters plus what? Well, let's do 3, 4 plus 3, which your answer is when you add them all together. 3 plus 4 plus 3 is what? Come on, say it again.
38.
10.
It's 10, very good, 10 centimeters. How many persons got 10 centimeters for Q?
I did.
I did.
Very good.
Got it.
Okay, good. 10 centimeters. Now the next one says determine the perimeter of the shape. Put your answer for number 1 I in the chat before I even do it. Let me see you all got it before I even answer it. Put your answer for number 1 I in the chat for the perimeter of the shape. All right. Put your answer for number 1 I. What is the perimeter of the shape? So we have to add up all of the side lengths. So I'm going to start with 4. So it's going to be 4 centimeters plus 1 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus plus 5 centimeters plus, remember Q is 10, so plus 10 centimeters plus 5 centimeters plus, so we have 4, 1, 3, 5, 10, 5, 3 centimeters plus 1 centimeters. What y'all have inside the chat, a lot of you have what? 32. Most persons say 32. Interesting. I wonder why y'all say 32. Let's see. Let's add them all together. 4 centimeters plus 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 10 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 is going to be 32 centimeters. Very good. How many persons got 32 centimeters? Let me know. Persons got 32 centimeters. Olivia, anyone else got 32 centimeters?
Me.
Kaden,
I
anyone
did.
else? Anastasia?
Yes.
All right, very good.
I did.
Very good. Kevin? Good. Now, let's do number 2. Let's do number 2. What you all have for X for number 2? Put inside the chat for me, please. What you have for X for number 2? What you have for X for number 2? Put your answer inside the chat for me. What you have for X for number 2? Even before I answer it, I want to know what you all have. What do you have for X for number 2? Remember, it's meters. Okay, so just better than mine. It is meters. What do you all have for X for number 2? Put it inside the chat for me, please. For those who are finished with their work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Onicia?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
For number 1, you forgot to add the 4.
Yes, sir.
So make that correction for me, please.
Yes, sir.
So make sure I make the corrections if you got it wrong. All right, so most persons says 18. Chai, how you get 18?
Mrs. Gussie, you say give you the answer
I
for
I
2.
wasn't really here,
I
sir.
want 2. Give me the answer for 2i. What is X? Okay. What is this length of the side X? All right, so how are we gonna get it? What are we gonna add? We're gonna add what?
Add 9 and
9? Trying to get X here.
5 plus 7
We're gonna add what? 5 meters plus what?
plus 7 meters.
Plus 7 meters. Okay. And the reason why it's 5 plus 7 is because if you look carefully, you notice that X is all of this. All of this is X. All right. And if you look carefully, the corresponding side is going to be 5 meters along with 7 meters. So we have 5 meters along with 7 meters. And so altogether, that's what? 5 plus 7 is what? What is 5 plus 7? That's going to be what?
12.
12 meters. Very good. How many persons got 12 meters? Let me hear you. How many persons got 12?
Me.
All right. Anyone else, please speak to me. How many persons got 12? If you got 12, let me know.
I did.
Olivia.
Well,
Very good.
I did.
Okay. Now I want the answer for 2i. What is the perimeter? For 2i, what you get? What is the perimeter? Okay. What is the perimeter? What you get for 2i?
3.
I. What you get? What? Put your answer inside the chat. Don't tell me verbally. Put your answer inside the chat. What you get for the perimeter? Okay, what you got for the perimeter? Again, put your answer for the perimeter inside the chat. Remember, do not forget to add that missing side that you found. Okay. What you all have? I want everyone to answer, please. What you get for 2i? What did you get for 2i? For those who have not sent in their work yet, make sure to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those who haven't sent their work, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp for me. All right, so let's see what you all have. 43, 43, 43. Kiajane, Bethel? Kiajane,
Yes, sir.
why don't you have, why you have centimeters? Are we dealing with centimeters or meters? All right, so most persons put 43. Let's count. So we have 9 meters plus what? Plus 5 meters plus what? 6 meters plus 7 meters plus 4 meters plus, what is X again? X is what? X is 12 meters. So we have to add them all together. So 9 meters plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 4 plus 12. Let's add them. 9, 5, 6, 7, 4, and 12. So let's add it. 9 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 4 plus 12 is indeed 43. If you got 43, you got that right. Anyone got 43? Let me know. 43.
Yes,
That's your
sir.
answer. Shion,
Yes.
very good. Good. And 43. Anyone else got 43?
Yes, sir.
Olivia, Onicia, good. And Janelle. All right. Let's move on to the last and final one, which is finding y. Y. That's interesting. What y'all have for y? Put it inside the chat, please. What did y'all get for y for number 3i? Tell me what you got for y for number 3i. Put your hands inside the chat for me, please. What did you get for y? Remember, you have to be very careful because there's multiple things going on there. What did you get for y? Adrian, where's Adrian?
Yes, sir.
I don't have your work.
Oh, I haven't sent it in yet.
Yeah, you need to send it though. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
And Ashtan Webb. Ashtan Webb,
Yes, sir.
where's your work?
I send it right now.
You always send and it never gets sent. All I see is the notes. I see the great exercise. I want everyone to answer number 3i. What y'all got for number 3i? A lot of you are not answering. So if you're not answering, why are you here? Only a few persons answered in the chat. Tell me what you all get for number 3i. That's what I said. Joseph, where's your work? Joseph? Joseph Kalma.
Yes, sir.
I need to see your work, please.
Okay.
And what's her name? Egypt? Where's Egypt?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Where's your work, Egypt? I don't have your notes.
I can send it right now.
Okay. All right, so let's check. 13 feet, 13 feet, 13. Some people say 9 feet. Shion says 9 feet. Most person says 13. Stene Penniman, you just have feet. I don't know. Ketranik, Tyra, Bethany, China, okay.
I had 13 feet, but I misinput F, so I correct.
Oh, okay. Okay, so most persons put 13. How do we get 13? Well, let's see. Let's see, even if 13 is right. What do we have to add? We have to add what? 4 feet, right?
5 feet.
4 feet plus 5 feet
Plus 4 feet.
Plus
plus 4 feet plus 6 feet, right?
No, sir, because 4 and 6 feet going straight down.
Very good. 6 feet going straight down. So we have 4 feet plus 5 feet plus 4 feet. And that's exactly 13 feet. Very good. 13 feet. How many persons got that? Let me know. If you got 13 feet.
I did.
Very good.
I
And
didn't get that, Mr. Petit. Do that again for me.
look carefully.
I did.
Okay, good. If you look carefully, Shion, you have to add up the sides that go horizontal. So this is 4 feet. So that cover this portion. Because it's 4 feet. This is 4 feet. That cover this portion. You cannot add the 6 because the 6 going up. So you have to go add the 5. All right. Then you have to add the 4. All right. So that covers the whole thing. 4 feet, 5 feet, and 4 feet. You see that, Sean? Hello,
Yes,
Shi.
sir, I see him.
You see him? Okay. And so the answer is
Yes, yes, sir.
good. So the answer is 13 feet. Put inside the chat, what is the perimeter of the shape that you got? Again, everyone put inside the chat what you got for the perimeter of this shape. Kmar, where's Kmar?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your work?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we're getting our answers?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. But how come you get 14 for number 3i?
I didn't read the question properly.
Did you make the correction?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Trini, what you have for 2i?
Pardon?
What you have for what you have for 3i, the last one?
43 feet.
43 feet for this one?
Yes, sir.
The third one? 3i.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Most persons saying 43 as well. Except for Maliki says 34. I don't understand why you have 34. Onisia says 43. Anastasia, why you have 37? Okay, so let's add it all together. We're gonna start with 3 feet. So we have 3 feet. So it's gonna be 3 feet plus 4 feet plus 6 feet plus 5 feet plus 2 feet plus 4 feet plus 6 feet plus y is, y is 13 feet. So we add them all together: 3 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, 5 feet, 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, 13 feet. We add them all together. What's the perimeter? 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 13. It's 43 feet. Perfect. If you got all right, please put I in the chat. If you got all right, please put I in the
Mr.
chat.
Petit, where you get 2 feet from?
2 feet comes from here. Right there. If you got all right, please put I in the chat for me, please.
Oh.
If you got all right, please place I in the chat. If you got all right. All right, how many persons got one wrong? Or one wrong?
Me, I got one.
Shion.
Two.
All right.
Me too.
Okay, one wrong.
I got one.
Okay, one person got 2 wrong. All right, so, and last but not least, if you want, say it again.
I got all wrong.
You got all wrong? How could you get all wrong, Jevin? I hope you made the corrections. Did you make the corrections, Jevin? Jevin, did you make the corrections? Hello, Jevin, did you make the corrections?
No, sir.
Yeah, make the corrections for me, please. All right, so.
Please.
Yes, we can. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So for this one, we had to add to find the missing side length. Let's do something different. Let's let me do another example for you. So let's call this example. Let's look at the examples. So we're still trying to find the missing length and the perimeter. But let's do something a bit different. A tad bit different. So let's do two. We're gonna do two more examples, and that should be it. That should be it.
You want us to write down these examples?
Yes, definitely.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
May I be excused, please? I have an emergency.
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
So just draw this diagram for me. So let's say we have something like this, whereby so in each case, we're trying to find the perimeter and the missing side. All right, so let's say that this is say that this is 12 meters. Let's say that this is 6 meters. So this is 7 meters. Which means that this one has to be 13 meters. Let's say that this is H, and let's say that this is 5 meters. All right. So what I want you to do is I need you to find the missing side H and put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Find what you think H is going to be. What is going to be the value of H? And once you think you know the answer, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. I want everyone to answer. H, what is going to be the value of H? All right. H, what is going to be the size of H? All right, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. I want everyone to answer. What do you think is going to be the size of the missing side H? So H is right here. Everyone answering, please. What is going to be the value of H? Okay. Only a few of you are answering. I need everyone to answer, please. What is going to be the value of H? How do you think you're going to get H? Okay. What you think your answer is? What you're going to get for H? All right. Let's see what y'all have. I see some people say 7, 12, 7, 12, 12, 12, 6, 12, 7, 12, 18, 12, 7, 6, 6, 12, 7, 6, 6. All right, so for this one, anyone want to try to explain how they got the answer? Anyone want to try to
I can
explain?
try.
Okay,
I can try.
the first person who said me, I think Jeremiah was that person. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
So I take away 5 from 12.
Take away 5 from 12 and give you 8 and give you what?
It give me 7.
7, okay. Anyone else who did not get 7 want to explain how they got the answer? Someone who did not get 7.
For the examples, I got 18.
How you got 18?
I added 12 and 6.
12 and 6, okay. All right, and that's how you got H.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyone else who did not get 12 or 6? I mean, who did not get 7 or 6 and got a different number, wanna explain?
I thought you had to add.
What you got?
I put 12 because I add 12 and 6. No.
What you added? What did you add together?
Oh, never mind.
Never mind, okay. All right, so let's explain it. So notice that we have this side, right? This side is what? This side is what? H, right? Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this side is H. Now, what we do know, right? What we do know is that this whole thing from top to bottom, right? We do know is that this whole thing from top to bottom, the whole thing now, the whole thing from top to bottom is what? How much is that measurement?
12.
12.
12.
Okay. But we only want H. H is right here. H is going to be that. Okay. Now, is H 12? Can't be, right? Because it's too long, right? So
Yes.
H is a part of 12. But what part of it? You know that this side from here to here is what? From here to here is what?
5.
5 centimeters. Okay, that's 5. So, which means that from here to here is also what?
5.
5 centimeters. So, since that's the case, right, we know that the whole thing is 12, all right? And we know that this part right here is 5 centimeters. So this part here is 5 centimeters, but the whole thing is 12, and I just want 8. So how am I going to get 8? Am I going to add it or subtract?
Subtract 12 from 5.
Subtract, very good. I'm going to subtract 12 from 5. Oh, by the way, it's not centimeters, it's meters. So these should be meters, okay? So 5 meters. So we have to subtract. So you have to be careful. Sometimes you have to add, sometimes you have to subtract, depending on which side you're looking for, okay? So don't just think, oh, I just have to add. No, sometimes you add, sometimes you have to do subtract. Obviously here is a shorter length. So obviously you can't add to get that. You have to subtract it. So the answer is going to be what? 12 meters minus what?
5 meters.
Minus 5 meters, which is what?
7.
12 minus 5 is 7. 7 meters. Okay. How many persons got that? Let me hear you.
I did.
Very good.
Me.
Now, very good. Based on your answer, tell me the perimeter of the shape. Based on your answer, tell me the perimeter of the shape. Put it inside the chat for me, please. Based on your answer, tell me the perimeter of the shape now. What's going to be the perimeter of this whole shape? Everyone answering, please, in the chat. We already know that h is 7 from our calculations. We know that h is 7. H equals 7 centimeters, 7 meters. And so if that's the case, then I need you to tell me what is the perimeter of the entire shape. I'm sorry, let me keep this here. I need everyone answering, please. What is the perimeter of the entire shape? What is the perimeter of the entire shape? Still, some of you are still not answering. What's the perimeter of the entire shape, of the whole shape? You already know that h is 7, so what's going to be the perimeter of the whole shape? You already know that h is 7. Alrighty, let me check the chat, see how we do, how we looking. 45, 50, 50, 43, 50, 60. Jeremiah got 60, interesting. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50.
That was on accident, Mr. Petit.
No, I see. 51. Jeremy said 60, Malik said 61. Okay, Aaliyah says 50. Okay, so let's add them all up together. We have, let's start with 13. So we have 13 meters plus what? Plus 12 meters plus what? 6 meters plus what? 7. Seven meters. Okay. Plus what? 5 meters, right? Plus, yeah, that's it. So 13, 12. Make sure your mic is not on when if you're not speaking.
You missed the next 7.
So 12, so 13, 12, 6, 7, 7. Plus 5. That's gonna be equal to, so 13 plus 12 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7 plus 5. That's gonna be exactly 50 meters. So the answer here is 50 meters. How many persons got that? 50 meters.
I did.
Very good.
I did.
That's my fault, Mr. Petit. I forget that the 5.
Ah, be careful. All right, so if
Mr. Petit,
yes.
only one thing I don't understand is the subtracting part.
Yeah, you have to subtract because, okay, it's only two things. You're adding an add or subtract. Okay, if you try to add, what numbers are you going to add to get H? Like if you try to add 12 and 5, that's going to be too much. H is this short piece. You see, it's a short piece. So the whole thing here is 12. The whole thing here is 5. So you have to find, okay, this is probably a good way to look at it. 7 plus 5 is what? Shion. What is 7 plus 5?
13.
7 plus 5.
12.
Okay, good. Which is 12 right there. So
12.
we know that this 7 plus this 5 is supposed to add up to 12 because this side here is 7 and this side here is 5. So that's how you can get H, like. And how in the world you get 7? Well, you have to subtract 12 minus 5. That's how you get it. So you cannot add in that case. You have to subtract. All right, if you understand how to do these type of questions, put I inside the chat. If you do not understand, put U. Again, if you understand how to do it, put I. If you don't understand, put U. Okay. So we still have some U's in there. What we're gonna do, I want you all to take a photo of this last thing for math. Take a photo of this last part for math, and then we can move on. So take a photo of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a photo of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a photo of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay, now we're gonna move on to health science and general science. Let me repeat myself. We are going to move on to health science and general science. If you are not doing health science or general science, then you can leave. But for those who are doing health science and general science, you must stay. All right.
No, I'm doing general
night, Mr.
science.
Puppy.
All right, good night. Let me repeat myself for those who are
Also,
doing.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. For those who are doing health science and general science, you must stay. But if you're not doing those subjects, you can leave.
Good night, Mr.
I'll
Petit.
stay for general science, Mr. Petit.
Okay.
I'll stay for general science, Mr. Petit.
Okay, Malik. All right. So for those of us who are doing health science and general science, we have to stay back. But for those of us who are not, you can leave.
Good night.
Good night.
What'd you say?
Health science and general science, stay. Anyone else, you can leave. All right, so we're gonna move on to
Outside.
health science. That's correct. All right, so anyone can remember the last thing we did for health science?
Night blindness,
Night
very,
blindness.
very, and kwashiorkor.
Night blindness, very.
Are those the deficiency diseases?
Who's speaking? I'm trying to determine.
Namaya, because I wasn't there because I just started coming to class. It's my second day.
Yes, deficiency diseases. That's what we did last class, the deficiency diseases.
Also, go through something.
So we did the deficiency diseases last class. And we are basically done with all the deficiency diseases. So I'm gonna ask you rapid questions. The first one. If someone has rickets, right? What mineral or vitamin are they missing if they have rickets?
Calcium.
Calcium, very good. Calcium and what else?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Phosphorus.
Calcium and vitamin D. Rickets make your bone. Anyone can remember how rickets look? Yeah. Bow-legged, right? So rickets. Anyone remember the picture we showed about rickets? Yeah, so you are kind of bow-legged and your legs are soft. Okay. If someone has, I'm gonna put the picture and you're gonna tell me what are they missing in their diet. So if they have the swelling in their neck, what do we call that? Goiter. And what mineral are they missing?
Iodine.
Iodine, very good. Iodine. They're missing iodine in their diet. Jeremy, we do not need the camera on. All right. Next up, so this one is iodine. Where can we find iodine?
In the
Salt.
And fortified salts. Where else?
Eggs.
Eggs. And what else?
Seafood.
And what else is
Seafood.
Seafood. Okay. Okay, now the next one is scurvy. Scurvy. If someone has a deficiency of scurvy, if someone has scurvy, what are they missing in their diet?
Vitamin C.
Vitamin what?
C.
Vitamin C. Very good. Where do we get vitamin C from? Where do we get vitamin C from? Orange. Citrus foods. Yep. All right. Good. So this is scurvy, bleeding gums and teeth.
Strawberries too.
Strawberries. Very good.
And broccoli.
Night blindness. What deficiency causes that?
Vitamin A.
Vitamin A. And where can we get vitamin A from?
Carrots.
Carrots.
The food I forget what it called.
Vitamin A. Mangoes. Yes. What else?
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
broccoli.
What did I say? What did I say? What do I say? Carrots, sweet potato, and mango. How they all are orange. And what do they have?
They have orange.
No, they have something. It start with.
What about egg?
Orange color.
Vitamin A.
Carotene.
Beta carotene. Beta carotene. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, good. Now the last one is the one where you missing protein. How do we pronounce that? We missing protein.
Kawashiko.
How when you missing protein in your diet? What?
Kwashiorkor.
Someone said it.
Kwashiorkor.
Kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor. All right. So that's when you have a huge belly, right? And that's because your liver is swollen, right? So
That
that's
is very hard to pronounce.
yeah, Kashioka. Okay. Okay, so this is Kwashioka, and that's a lack of protein. So that's all of the, oh, by the way, beriberi. Beriberi is caused because of what? A lack of
Lack of vitamin B1.
vitamin B1.
Vitamin B.
Vitamin B1, very good. Vitamin B1 is thiamine. Where can we find that? Where can we find? Peanuts, yeah.
Rice and whole wheat.
Rice, whole wheat. This is beriberi. So beriberi, you have paralysis. You also have it also deals with it also slows down your mental development, and it also not your mental development, it also
It
deals with
causes nerve damage, right?
nerve damage. Yes, nervous system. It affects your nervous system. All right. Good. All right, so that's basically it. So now we are done with the deficiency diseases. Now we're gonna look at, remember the next type of diseases we talked about. We talked about deficiency diseases, and the next type of disease we talked about at the beginning. Anyone remember that? Anyone remember? That's a hint.
Pathogens.
Pathogenic diseases, okay? So that's what we're gonna be looking at today. Pathogenic diseases. So the subject is health science. We have a lot to cover today. And the topic is pathogenic diseases, but we're gonna be looking at let's just say pathogenic diseases. Let me just make that the theme. And in particular, we're gonna be looking at Salmonella, basically various type of pathogens and how they affect the body. Okay, we're gonna see how much we can get in the time, so I won't put the topic yet until we finish. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at pathogenic diseases. Let's define pathogenic diseases. So by definition, pathogenic diseases, they are different than deficiency diseases. These are diseases that are caused by what? These are diseases that are caused by other living organisms. Where's Somaya? Somaya, are you there? Is Somaya here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you writing what we have?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So pathogenic diseases, these are diseases that are caused by other living organisms, okay? Such as bacteria. What else?
Viruses.
Viruses. How about fungi?
Fungi and parasites.
Very good. Fungi, worms,
Amoeba.
viruses, amoeba, viruses, worms, and protozoan. Or protists. These are single-cell organisms. All right. So what is a pathogen? By definition, because that's also important. So if we understand pathogens, then we can understand pathogenic diseases. What's a pathogen? You think that's a good thing or a bad thing for the body? I'm asking you all, what you think? Pathogen, you think it's a good thing or a bad thing for the body? Hello? Can y'all hear me? Hello? I don't know if y'all can hear me. Hello?
Mr. Petit, you scared me. I thought my thing I'm cut off.
Hello, can y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I was.
I thought my thing cut off.
Oh, yeah. What is a pathogen? That was my question. Think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a bad thing.
A bad thing.
All right. So what is it?
An
Just like
organism that causes harm to the body.
Very good. An organism that causes harm to the body or an organism that causes disease. So pathogens are organisms that cause disease. All right. So these are gonna be like your bacteria, you know, the fungi and stuff like that. Those are pathogens. So examples of pathogens are bacteria, fungi, and parasites. That invade the body and cause health issues. So if you have worms in your body, then that means you have pathogens inside there. And they can cause disease. All right. So pathogens now not only inside of your body, but they are also on your food. And if you eat food that are loaded with pathogens, what do you think are not happening?
You will become sick or
You will
unwell.
become very sick and unwell. Like one thing about pathogens, the thing is that they do not play. Like they don't play. Just like how with deficiency diseases, you know, deficiency diseases are kind of light. Yeah, okay. I have goiter, whatever. Yeah, I might have a little night blindness or whatever. But the pathogenic diseases, they can kill you. And they can kill you very quickly. Like they do not play. So be careful with the pathogens. That's why it's very important that you avoid as much as possible pathogens in your food and stuff like that, because once they get in you, they are rough.
They're practically like the bigger brothers of the
Deficiency diseases.
Yes, so.
Yeah, they are the bigger, badder brother.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I have a question about goiter.
Uh-huh.
So will you just immediately die or it's just gonna be there? Like
You can live a long, long life with goiter. Persons be walking around with a goiter normally. You know what I mean? But if you have, let's say for example, you get food poisoning. When you get food poisoning, if anyone ever got food poisoning?
Yes,
Okay, when you get food poisoning, can you move? The only place that you could be is in the bathroom. That's the only place you can be. You're either puking or you are doing number 2 in the bathroom all day. I mean, all day until everything is out of you. That's how dangerous pathogens are. But with goiter, you could walk around with goiter. Hi, hello, my name is whatever. Walking around with goiter, yeah, you know. And then eventually it goes. But with pathogenic diseases, they hit you hard. Like you can't move. You just dumbfounded. Your whole system is just. I think pathogenic disease is one of the worst to get. Okay, so if you're trying to get any disease, please do not get any pathogenic diseases. They are rough. Okay, so bacteria. Give me an example of a bacteria. How about salmonella? Salmonella. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Good. So that's an example of one. And you can find that in so the effect on the body is food poisoning. And so salmonella could poison you and is spread by water or food contaminated with fecal matter. Okay. So if you're eating food and you don't know that it has fecal matter in it, why? Because you don't wash it, you don't clean it properly, and you don't know that maybe the chicken or maybe the turkey or maybe whatever the thing you eat, and you may never know if, or the cow, maybe, you know, it wasn't inside of the facility that they didn't take care of it properly, and you're gonna read there and you ain't clean the thing, you just eat it like that. Or even persons who eat vegetables and you don't wash your vegetables properly, and comes to find out an animal had fecal matter on your lettuce or tomatoes or whatever, and then you go ahead and eat it and you didn't wash it. What end up happening? You end up getting food poisoning. Okay.
But Mr. Petit, like most people get food poisoning from these fast food places because they don't know how to take care of their food.
Yeah, and not only their environment, right? The environment is not wholesome. So what does salmonella cause? Diarrhea, stomach pains, nausea and vomiting, fever, and what? Headache. All right. So yeah. So if you ever had food poisoning, you know what I'm talking about. It could ruin your whole day. Okay. The next type of bacteria that we could have, and that's not a bacteria. This one is called, and this is seemingly difficult to pronounce, but I'm gonna try to pronounce it. I'm gonna allow y'all to try first and see what y'all get.
Streptococcus.
Anyone want to try? How would you pronounce this word?
Streptococcus.
What? What? Anyone else? Say it again. Say it again.
Streptococcus.
Close.
Streptococcus.
Streptococcus. Streptococcus. Streptococcus pyogenes, I think. But anyway, it's a bacteria and it causes soreness of the throat. Okay. So it causes soreness of the throat or strep throat. So you have salmonella, you have Streptococcus pyogenes, and then you have the next bacteria, which is E. coli. So there's another bacteria. This one is more familiar. A bacteria is another bacteria, which is we call Escherichia I-C-H-I-A, coli. Anyone want to try to pronounce this one?
Escherichia coli.
Say it again. Anyone else want to try?
Escherichia E. coli. Oh no, Escherichia coli. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Okay. Anyone else want to try? No one else? Okay, if you cannot pronounce the E word, just say E. coli. All right, that's the abbreviation for it, E. coli. All right, so it can cause urinary tract infections. All right, so E. coli can cause urinary tract infections. And when we say urinary, you know what we're talking about, right? Your urinary tract. Everyone familiar with the urinary tract? Like with the urine. Let me show you the urinary tract.
Especially with the males.
So it could be in your bag and you can press the button.
So this is the urinary tract. Oopsie, sorry. So this is your bladder. And obviously these are your what? Kidneys. Okay. And so this is what we call the urinary tract right now. And so it can cause urinary tract infections, which is not good. Okay. Periodontitis, that is inflammation of the abdominal lining. And food poisoning. So this also cause food poisoning as well. Also caused by contamination of foods or water with fecal matter. All right. So there we go. All right, so that's basically it. So once you are finished with these notes, I don't think I'm going to give you any more. I'm just going to leave it there. I just want to show you periodontitis. It sounds like, it spells like peritonitis. That's how it's spelled. Peritonitis. But let me just show you what that is. I hope this is not gruesome. Oh, inflammation. Symptoms of it is going to be, dehydration, fever, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain. That's when your abdominal lining is inflamed. Okay. What else they say? It's a swelling or redness, inflammation of the lining of your belly or abdomen. Oh, okay. So your belly or abdomen is inflamed. That's not good. That's what E. coli can cause. Okay, so once you're finished with the notes, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you're finished with the notes, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Waterfall, what are pathogenic diseases?
They are diseases caused by other living organisms.
Okay. Would you like to have pathogenic diseases?
No, sir.
No, sir. All right. Stenay Penniman. Stenay Penniman, are you there?
Sir.
What are pathogens?
Organisms that causes diseases.
Very good. Latalia. Where's Latalia?
Yes, sir.
Give me an example of a pathogen.
Food poisoning.
No, an example of a pathogen.
Bacteria.
Bacteria, very good. Quorai, where's Quorai? Quorai, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What are pathogenic diseases?
These are diseases that's caused by living organisms.
Okay,
Bacteria.
good. So pathogenic diseases, are they a good thing for the body or a bad thing? Very good, they're bad. Would you like to have pathogenic diseases?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Kema, what are pathogenic diseases?
These are diseases that are caused by other living organisms.
Good. Kiajane Bethel,
Yes, sir.
give me an example of a pathogen.
Example of a pathogen is fungi.
Fungi, very good. Egypt,
Yes, sir.
give me an example of a pathogen.
Bacteria.
Bacteria, very good. Denisha, give me an example of a pathogen. Denisha, give me an example of a pathogen. All right. Once you're finished with the notes from these, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you're finished with this, take a picture of the notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to send me their notes, please. Again, once you're finished with this, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Then we're gonna move on to general science. Thank you, Egypt. Kaden, where's your notes?
Which one, Mr. D?
Kaden, only you, NL.
I said in mine now, Mr. D. My mommy, me and my mom was having a discussion because she get mad at me.
Okay. So Maya, where's your work?
Not finished yet.
Okay.
I can't send it you just my mother's stuff.
Okay. Michael, what's that?
Yes, sir.
What effect does salmonella have on the body?
I don't do health science.
Oh, US2 general?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Nevaeh? Where's Nevaeh? Hello, Joseph, are you there? Hello, Joseph, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, where's your notes?
Yeah, I guess send them right now.
Yeah, right. Okay, Dion, did you send your notes yet?
Yes, I did.
How about you, Dwayne? Dwayne Slew, did you send in your notes?
No, sir.
Are you done with them?
No, sir.
Okay. Gianna, you finished with your work?
Yes, I'm sending it now.
Okay. Kiajne Bethel, are you finished?
No,
Okay. Ketrinique, are you finished? Ketrinique, are you finished?
So,
I can't hear you. Are you finished? Okay. Still waiting on the rest of you. So Maya, I don't see your work.
I sent it in.
Did you? Did you send it to your mother's phone?
No, sir, through my number.
Did you put your name? Still waiting on the rest of you. Where's Sabria? Sabria, you finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Chardonnay, are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Kai Wells, where's your work? Kai Wells.
Yes, sir.
Where's your work?
I did some
You only send me one photo, and that's not even all of the maths. I need all of the maths and I need all of the health science, please. Stop doing foolishness. Every night you do the same thing. Give me all of the maths and all of the health science.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, man. You like that, me, Rowie.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
I sent the health science notes. I go?
You're not doing general, right?
No, no, sir.
Okay, you can go. All right, so let's move on to general science.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
If we ain't doing general, we can leave.
If you're not doing general science, you can leave. But if you're doing general science, you must stay.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. For those of us who are doing general science, please stay back. All right, so let's begin. So today is Tuesday. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm fine. So Maya said she sent the work, but it didn't come through from my phone. So I wonder if you can allow her to use your phone just to send it to me, please.
Okay, all right, will do.
Thank you.
Thank you, too.
All right, so the subject is, of course, general science. In general science last class, what did we look at? I can remember.
I think mollusks.
Mollusks, yes. Mollusks are vertebrates or invertebrates?
Invertebrates.
Invertebrates. How do we define invertebrates?
Animals without backbone or
Animals.
organisms without backbone.
Very good. Animals without backbone or organisms without backbone. How many phylums or how many phyla of invertebrates do we have? Say it again.
We have 5, sir.
Nope, we have 5 for vertebrates. For invertebrates, how many do we have?
8.
8. Very good. All right, 8. Today we're gonna be looking. Oh, what are the 8? Anyone know? For the invertebrates, what are the 8? The 8 phyla.
Flatworm.
Flatworms.
Roundworm.
Roundworms.
Segmented worm.
Segmented worms. Good. What else?
Crustaceans.
Mollusk.
Mollusks.
Arthropods.
Yes. Arthropods. Uh-huh.
Reptiles.
No. Reptiles is vertebrates.
Protozoa.
Protozoa. Yes. Coelenterates. Echinoderms. Echinoderms. And mollusks. Okay. So today we're going to be looking at the biggest group of invertebrates. The biggest group of invertebrates, which are what? The arthropods. Arthropods. These are the biggest group of invertebrates. They account for so much of this is the most important group of invertebrates. They account for a lot of the population of the world in terms of animals. All right. So arthropods. So when you talk about arthropods, let's look at the table. So I'm gonna do 3 tables, 3 columns rather. 3 columns, 2 rows. And so the first one I'm gonna put here is phyla. Characteristics and examples. Okay, so let's look at the arthropods in general. So arthropods in general, let's talk about arthropods. Okay, so I'm going to say some animals and you're going to tell me whether it's an arthropod or not an arthropod. Okay? All right. And you can answer this verbally, please. You don't have to put inside the chat. Tell me verbally. Okay? Yes or no. Once I say the name of the animal, you tell me if it's an arthropod or not. All right, jellyfish. Arthropod or not arthropod?
Frog.
Jellyfish. Is it a jellyfish arthropod? Yes or no?
No.
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 No. All right. It is no. It is not an arthropod. Starfish. Is starfish an arthropod? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No. You sure no?
Yes, sir.
All right. Scorpions. Are scorpions arthropods?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anyone else? Only a few persons answering. There's more persons in there.
Yes, sir.
Scorpions.
Yes,
Are
sir.
scorpions
Yes, sir.
arthropod? Scorpions. Okay. Shrimp. Are shrimps arthropods?
Yes. No, sir.
Shrimp.
No, sir.
Shrimp is not an arthropod. Anyone else? Latalia, why are you not answering? Where's Latalia? I need y'all answer. Is shrimp an arthropod or not?
I changed my mind. It's a yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Shrimp. Y'all sound like y'all guessing.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
You said a
Yes, sir.
shrimp, right?
Shrimp, yes. Is shrimp an arthropod?
No,
sir.
sir.
No. Shrimps are arthropods, by the way. All right. How about conchs? Are conchs arthropods?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Ooh.
No, sir.
What?
No, sir.
Y'all
Hold
sound
on, hold on, hold
confused.
on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Conchs are arthropods? So how
No,
could
sir.
a conch
No,
be
sir.
a mollusk and an arthropod? How could that
It's a
happen?
mollusk. So how have you say that?
It's a mollusk, okay? How about centipedes? A centipede's an arthropod?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyone else? Centipedes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, I think so. Yes, sir.
You think so? Okay, so let's actually, talk about the characteristics of arthropods so you can actually know what are arthropods from not. Okay. So in general, arthropods, they have let's start off with, they have a hard outside skeleton. Okay. In general. And we call that outside skeleton a what? Exoskeleton.
Exoskeleton.
Yeah,
Exoskeleton.
Yeah. So the hard outside skeleton is called exoskeleton. What else? They have jointed limbs in general. And they have segmented bodies. All right. So that's what we mean by arthropods in general. Hard exoskeleton, jointed limbs, segmented bodies. Are roaches arthropods?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Even though I don't want to think about those.
Yes, roaches are arthropods.
Last night a roach crawled up my leg. I was screaming.
All right, no.
Luckily I got it off.
All right. All right, no comment on that. Oh boy, y'all are so funny in this class.
Mr. Petit, when you say exoskeleton,
that's an outside skeleton, is a hard outer shell. All right. So
without bones.
it's like okay, like let me see if I can show you what I mean. So let's say that's like a crab. You know crab, right? Crab is a it's a arthropod, and you see the exoskeleton, it's that hard outer shell. You see that? The hard part of it. That's the exoskeleton of it. Okay.
Like red lobster and rock crab and stuff like that.
Yeah. The hard part, right? So it's you see the hard part, right? That's its exoskeleton.
Yes.
Okay. So we're talking about arthropods. Arthropods exoskeleton are typically hard. As a general rule. Even when we look at, obviously all of them are not the same degree of hard, but they have varying degrees of hard. So 4 classes of arthropods. The first one we're going to look at is the crustaceans. All right. Those are the ones that everyone knows. Crustaceans. Crustaceans, they stuff like your crab and lobster. So crustaceans have 2 pairs of antennas. which we call feelers sometimes. They also have 4 to 10 pairs of legs. Okay. And most of them live in the water. Now, some examples of crustaceans would be, like we said, give me some examples. Crab, we said that, lobster, right? And shrimp. So they are examples of arthropods, crab, lobster, and shrimp. But they come in the family of what? Crustaceans, right? Good. Now, Tanaz, give me an example of a crustacean.
A crab.
A crab, very good. Shekinah, give me an example of a crustacean. Shekinah.
What about clams? What are them clams?
Clams are mollusks.
Clams.
They are mollusks. Okay. Chardonnay, give me an example of a crustacean. Say it again.
Lobster.
Lobster. Shion, give me an example of a crustacean. Shion, give me an example of a crustacean. Where's Shion? Can you all hear me?
Rachel, I can.
Yeah, give me an example of a crustacean. Say it again. I want an example of a crustacean.
What about rock crab? I know you already say crab, but rock crab?
Yeah, of course. So crab, lobster, and shrimp. So Bria, give me an example of a crustacean. Say it again.
I can't think of one right now because everyone else took the things that I was thinking of.
No one said shrimp.
You already have it there.
That's fine. This ain't
Oh,
rocket
well,
science. Yeah, you ain't trying to invent the wheel. Namaya, give me a characteristic of a crustacean.
They have 4 to 10 pairs of legs.
Very good. Would you like to have 4 to 10 pairs of legs, Namaya?
No, sir.
No. All right. I mean, you'll be very good at soccer. I mean,
that's fine.
One more question.
I would love to have 4 arms though. I would love to have 4 arms.
Wow. You would look creepy though.
But I would still be able to multitask really good.
Yeah, you would. That's
I could
crazy.
iron my clothes and then make my
Yeah.
breakfast.
That's crazy.
I thank God I'm not an animal. I'm thank God I'm not an animal and a crust, whatever they call this thing. Crustacean.
Station. That's the next one is insects. Our favorite ones, right? Everybody loves insects, right?
No, sir.
No.
Certain types of it. Certain types of insects.
No, nobody like us. Nobody like insects, especially the mosquitoes. Especially the mosquitoes.
I hate roaches. I hate it with my life. I hate them. I don't
The
like
mosquitoes
roaches.
can burn.
Mosquitoes. All right. So let's look at insects. How much pairs of antenna do they have? 1 pair of antenna. They have 3 pairs of legs. That's crazy. To have 3 pairs of legs. So if you have 3 pairs of legs, how much legs do you have? If you have 3 pairs of legs.
You would have 5.
No, not 5. You have 3
6.
pairs. Someone said it.
6.
6, right? They have 3 body parts. What are they? We call it the head, the thorax, and the what?
A spider?
The head, the thorax, and the abdomen. We're talking about their 3 parts. All right. Insects are not, spiders are not insects. Spiders come in next. And then adults live on land. Okay, so examples of insects. Everybody should know examples of insects. They are famous.
Mosquito.
Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. How about flies?
Them texts.
How
The
about
text
flies?
too.
I spelled mosquito wrong. Grasshoppers, right? One moment, I spelled mosquito wrong. Let me change it. MOSQUITO.
Flex. You have flex too.
Fly. What else? Grasshopper.
Wasp.
Wasp. How about bee?
Moths.
All right. So those are examples of insects. Michael, give me an example of an insect.
A fly.
A fly, and give me one characteristics of an insect.
They have 3 body parts.
What are the three body parts?
The head, the thorax, and the abdomen.
Very good. Malaya, give me an example of an insect.
Shoot
Malaya.
at me.
Yes, I get you now.
Mosquito.
Mosquito. How many pairs of legs do insects have?
Tree.
3. Very good. Okay, next, number 3, we have the arachnids. The arachnids. The arachnids are cool. They kind of like the cool version of the arthropods, in my opinion. So every time I think about the arachnids, I think about Wild Wild West, the movie. Because you had this gigantic, I think I can't remember what that animal name. I can't remember. I gotta remember it probably next time. I'll tell you what the animal name. But it was an arachnid. Okay, arachnid they have 4 pairs of legs. So how many legs do they have if they have 4 pairs of legs?
8.
8. Very good. They have 2 body parts. The head and the abdomen. And examples would be spiders. Say it again. Spiders. Scorpion. And mites. All right. So that's our arachnids. And we have one more. After the arachnids, we have...
A tarantula? Oh, that falls under spiders, my bad.
Who said tarantulas?
Me, Namaya.
Namaya? Tarantulas. Do you know? That's the animal I was trying to remember from Wild Wild West. Tarantula. All right. Good. So then the last one, because I say they have 4 classes, right? The last one, and probably the one of the most scariest ones, is the myriapods. Anyone ever saw a centipede in real life? Like, I mean, in real life. I'm talking about.
I have.
Yes. You ever saw a centipede in real life?
Yes, sir. Would you like to kill one?
A real one? I mean, like big or small? I mean, a big one. I'm talking about the small little ones. I never saw like a big centipede.
They so scary. I run from them. I don't kill them.
Wow. Okay, let me show you centipede in real life. If you cannot take the image, close your eyes. But this is actually in real life. You can find centipedes. Let me see if they have a good, like, a good picture. Yeah, these are centipedes. Anyone ever saw these before? Centipedes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's centipede. Anyone scared of centipedes? Or are you okay with centipedes?
Me, I am very scared. Terrified.
Yeah.
Mr. Petit,
They
I'm looking
poison, they
away.
can kill you. Mr. Petit, they can kill you, you know.
Yeah, they can. They're very venomous. A big one could, if it poison you, if it sting you, then you are dead. I mean, obviously, once you get to the hospital in time, you can still be alive, but yeah, that's centipede. That's a arachnid. That's a arthropod. So it has one pair of antenna. One pair of antenna. It has more than 10 pairs of legs. My goodness. So how many legs do they have?
20.
More than 20, right?
30.
No, it's a more than 10, so at least 20. So body has many segments. And they live on land. So examples of myriapods would be
Millipedes.
centipedes, millipedes. All right. All right, so that's that. So that's the notes for general science. Once you finish, take a picture of your notes. Let me know and then you can go. But those are the notes for general science. Korai, give me an example of a myriapod.
A centipede.
Centipede, very good. Jeremy, give me an example of an arachnid.
Scorpions.
Scorpions, very good. And Jevin, give me an example of an insect. Say it again. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Put inside the chat. Janelle, give me an example of a crustacean. Janelle, I can't hear you. Give me an example of a crustacean.
A crab.
A crab, good. Jalen, give me an example of a myriapod.
Centipede.
Centipede. And give me one characteristic of a myriapod.
Yes, Mr. Petit, I'm done.
Who's that?
Sabria.
Okay, you can go, Sabria. Jalen, would give me a characteristic of a myriapod.
I sent in my notes.
Namaya?
They live on land.
Yes, sir.
They live on land, good. Namaya, you say you sent in your work?
I sent in my notes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
you can go.
Excuse me, Petit. I sent in my notes too.
Michael?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Petit, I also sent in my notes.
Chardonnay, I got it. Michael, you can go. Gianna, give me an example of an arachnid.
Spiders.
Spiders. Good.
I also sent my notes.
Yeah, I got it. You can leave.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I sent in my notes.
Okay, you did. Okay, you can go.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I sent in all the notes.
Okay, good. You can go as well.
Good night.
Good night. And Egypt, where's Egypt?
Yes, sir.
Give me an example of an insect.
A fly.
A fly, good.
Mr. Petit, I just sent my notes.
Really?
Yes, I sent my work too.
You can go.
Excuse me, I sent in the notes.
Okay, you can go.
Thank you. Good night.
Mr. Petit, good night. I didn't send it.
No problem. Good night.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. I send you my notes for general science and health science, but I still need the notes for
math?
Yes, sir.
Okay, look out for that in the morning. I'll send it to you in the morning.
So I could